What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you, well, with a marker watch today. Everything is changing. I mean, we're done after Nationals. There's no more Yu-Gi-Oh! Worlds. Well, this year there isn't. And for the most part, every Yu-Gi-Oh! Player is wondering, what do we do? Do we buy into the market? Do we sell into the market? Do we buy a case of powder elements? What do we do? And in this video, we're going to be covering all that. But before I begin, make sure to go over to ImperiumDuelist.com, check it out. Also, Imperium Duelist was so nice to send me over their beautiful new deck box. This will be available this Friday. The date actually changed. It's this Friday, July 22nd at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Or if you're on the Eastern Coast, that's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is a beautiful double deck box you can see over here. Look at that. And once again, this is an absolutely gorgeous deck box. Huge shout out to Imperium Duelist. If you guys want to go check their website out, go check it out down below. I just ordered myself some more sleeves. Their Pegasus sleeves is buy 3, get 1 free. You can use promo code Paisano10. Once again, everything is going to be down below, so I definitely recommend you go check that website out. Got a lot of great things on here. All right, so I always read your comments. You don't think I read your comments, but I always read your comments. And one of the biggest comments that came out was by this guy. He says, issue with Case Hunter versus Adventure Punk is a fun card called Dracoback. Yeah, you're not wrong. In fact, I never said Chaos Hunter is good against Adventure Punk, ever. In fact, to be honest with you, Chaos Hunter is just a good card in general. Think about it. With the new set coming out, a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are going to be banishing cards, and Chaos Hunter is going to start seeing play. Now, obviously, when we covered Chaos Hunter, the price was really, really low, and it's starting to rise pretty crazily. In fact, the original Prince Secret Rare Storm Ragnarok Chaos Hunter is rising really crazily. If you want to get yourself a first edition version, you're going to look to pay upwards of almost near $80. And by the way, after that one has sold, you're paying 90s for a card out of Storm Ragnarok. Of course you would. I mean, it's expensive, but it is the best of the best. Listen, you don't even need to buy the Secret Rare. You can go ahead and get the common, which more likely you have already, if you got yourself Structure X Sacred Beast. This common is worth $1. I mean, $1 for a common. I don't know. You let me know. All right. But why is Chaos Hunter still so good? Well, a couple of reasons. Number one, it doesn't say once per turn. Something I feel like a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players just forget about. Some cards in this game just say, do it again. That's fine. And Chaos Hunter is one of those cards. This is the most updated text on Chaos Hunters. When your opponent summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can discard 1 card. Special summon this card from your hand. Your opponent cannot banish cards, period. So once again, this is not you can only special summon Chaos Hunter once per turn effect. This is you bring a Chaos Hunter, that's the end of it. Now, once again, is it good against Adventure Punk? No. Will Adventure Punk see play post-Powder Elements? Probably not. I think tier limits put Punk in line heavily. In fact, I think Adventure Punk is still going to be a great deck and definitely still see play, but decks like Tier Limits and Splites might overshadow them a little bit. To be honest with you, looking at Chaos Hunter, I think a lot of you players forget about that. In the OCG, it is at their side. They side to it right there, as you can see over here. There's the entire deck. Side to Chaos Hunter. This is one event. Here's another event. Once again, a Shizu Tier Elements and Chaos Hunter's in the side again. And this is a card that they're not maining, they're siding. Should you main it? I don't know. How prevalent is the card going to be in the meta? Will every deck really have a weakness against Chaos Hunter? More than likely not. That's why I look at the OCG, they are throwing it in the side. You know, there's a lot of great decks they still have around here, though. And I think a lot of these decks are still going to make its way, even post-Powdered Elements. With the ban list, that might change things. But until then, Chaos Hunter is definitely a heavy recommendation and a consideration for a lot of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Players that went ahead and bought their copy. Once again, when we covered it on this channel, the first version of Chaos Hunter was dirt compared to what it is now. Another card is Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. Listen, you don't even have to get the highest rarity version, but if you do want the highest rarity version, it's going to run you roughly around $18. But, look at them Italians. Meteore, Fantasma, I Filone del Sicurario. Okay, no, Salegrio. I don't know. Listen, it's always fun speaking Italian. Listen, it's always fun trying to speak Italian, say really badly. All right, Ghost Reaper Winter Cherries is a phenomenal card. I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are going to be needing it. I don't think that's a hot topic, as our meta is shifting into Tier Elements, maybe a Shizu variant, but Tier Elements nonetheless. More importantly, Splites. That deck's going to be really good. And I think anyone who underestimates Splites and currently holds their main deck to the side and says, this is my deck, I don't care about Splites, whatever, a majority of players are going to be really upset when they place against a player playing Splites, as that player is going to, well, do what Splites do. Once again, I'm not saying every deck is going to die, but I'm going to say if you're going to talk bad about another deck, or especially a relatively new deck that's about to get power creeped out of its debut, you're going to want to learn what that deck does if you can beat it. It's very important. Hey, listen, Sky Strikers got second place at Yu-Gi-Oh! Nationals. This deck has been around forever, and to be honest with you, with the release of Tactical Elements, might be around again. With the release, in November of the Maiden box linkage, the set Maiden comes out in, might still see more play. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Sky Strikers a lot, but why did they not win that event? I mean, what happened? Well, to be honest with you, I think the player playing Sky Strikers was a good player. I think the deck was a good build. But there was obviously other cards that come into play when you look at Sky Strikers. And let me just say this real quickly. I do think Sky Strikers might be one of those decks that you bought today, at the very least, is going to last you to the end of the year with everything coming out with it. I think it's still a great deck. I said it at the beginning of this year, and I'm going to say it now as well. But cards like Ready Rose Dragon might make its way in again a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks. I mean, it really hasn't seen play in a while. The card price of Ready Rose has tanked from its all-time high recently in the past 3 months of $17. The price for this card dropped around $8, so it's relatively inexpensive to get, but a really good card against a lot of decks. Originally used against Phantom Knights, definitely can hurt Sky Strikers, as they obviously utilize a lot of spells. But Sky Strikers has a really good card, Mystic Mind. A card that says, if you play this card, you probably win. Now, excuse me, let's throw it out there. Mystic Mind is a really broken card. It's unfair. Do you think it's going to survive the ban list, Sky Striker players? Probably not. Being the fact that Mystic Mind will not survive the ban list, ideally, what's going to happen to those Sky Striker players? Well, to be honest with you, they're fine. They're going to be really fine. I think a lot of Sky Striker players playing Mystic Mind might not even need to play Mystic Mind when Powder Elements come out and Mr. Runes come out. They're going to be running to that. So when we get the ban list, I do think cards like Mystic Mind are not going to be around for long. I think the ban's coming in here. Mystic Mind goes to 1 or gets banned, and that's it. It's gone. It's, for the most part, gone in this game. If it went to 1, it would still be a problem. Ideally, Mystic Mind is definitely a problem for a lot of players. A lot of players are going to need to learn how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Without the backup that is Mystic Mind. Whether it's Sky Strikers, whether it's certain players that are playing Flunderies, it's all over the place, and Mystic Mind definitely is a problem for a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players in this game right now. Once this card is gone, realize other decks, like Branded, well, they're back to normal again. Think before Mystic Mind was all over the place, the last YCS when it won that event. Where was it? What's going on? Well, Branded was the most dominant deck. But with Mystic Mind in the game, Brandon got power crept immediately with a card that belongs to no specific deck. If this card gets hit by the bans, which, let's be honest, it's probably going to, I wouldn't be surprised if we see more Brandon plays come out of nowhere. I know I'm waiting for this card to go away. Hey, listen, anti-spell fragrance is always a consideration to be hitting the ban list. But then again, if you hit anti-spell, which is a floodgate, you gotta hit rivalry, which is a floodgate, you gotta hit Gozen Match, which is a floodgate, all the way down to Royal Decree. You gotta hit the floodgates. Is Konami going to do that? Well, historically speaking, it's been a while since we've really seen something like that happen. With that said, it's always a possibility, and to say it's not, you'd be insane. So, should anti-spell be a floodgate that would get hit? It's a great question. To be honest with you, I really don't have an answer for you. I don't know. It could go either way. I agree with those who think it should be hit. I agree with those that think it should not be hit. Overall, Anti-Spell is a phenomenal card that definitely changed the way a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players played, especially the guy that won the Yu-Gi-Oh! Event, well, Nationals, this past weekend. Overall, I think Anti-Spell is definitely going to be a card that's going to be used now, look more serious now by a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. Even though, just like I said, Brandon will come back and Mystic Mind goes away, if you're playing Anti-Spell and you went first in game 2 and flipped this card over, you're pretty much bypassing the first turn of a Branded player. Depending on the deck you can play, that's the difference between winning and losing within 1 turn. Still a phenomenal card, and definitely a consideration if it was to get hit in the ban list. Once again, if this gets hit in the ban list, I'm not surprised. If it doesn't get hit in the ban list, I'm not surprised whatsoever. Alright, Power to Elements. Why is this set so important? Well, simple. It has 2 tier 1 decks in one set. We haven't seen something that is power creep in a very long while. Now here's the question, hot question. Is it worth buying a case of Power the Elements? Good question, right? Well, is it? The answer realistically is no. Don't get me wrong, I think buying boxes of Power the Elements is fine. I think buying a case is fine. Me personally, I'm a sniper. Head on, right there, headshot. I want to get what I want, and I want all of it today. For the most part, what I'm going to do personally is more than likely go ahead and buy the singles. And I'm going to be buying a lot of singles from the Power Elements. An average case of Power Elements at this point in time will run you roughly around $700. That means if you go ahead and look at Power Elements for a case, $700. But if you turn around and say, okay, I want to buy both these cores, maybe some other cards, it can run you less. And a lot of times in this game of Yu-Gi-Oh!, if you snipe the exact cards you want, it's less than a case. Now, is it as fun as opening the packs? Of course not. Is it going to get you a Starlight Rare? It's not. And you're not going to be buying a Starlight Rare if you buy the Secret Rares and the Commons and Rares all in this set. Whatever. You buy all the set besides Starlight Rares, it will run you under a case, but you're not going to guarantee to get yourself a Starlight Rare, which you have a chance of getting if you get a case of Powdered Elements. So there is the give and get give. You don't get the Starlight Rare, but you get your cards you want. You don't have the fun opening packs, but the fun opening packs is really good. If you get a case, you can sell the extra cards and actually make money. And if you buy exactly what you want, you're only spending money. There's the weird duality. One isn't as fun. I'm going to be straight up with all of you. With that said, I like to buy what I want. I want to go in there and get exactly what I want. In time, you can always come back and look at the Starlight Rares. And to be honest with you, I'm not crazy about Starlight Rares as far as cracking packs. I'd rather buy them straight out and at an opportune time. And I think there's a lot of opportune time to buy Starlight Rares in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Even right now, to be honest with you. By the way, Pot of Prosperity, looking pretty good right now. Here's the thing, do you buy it? Of course not. With the Megatins coming out, Pot of Prosperity is going to be going down in value. In fact, maybe the Starlight Rare might be going down in value as well. When a card like Lightning Storm was reprinted, both Starlight Rare and Secret Rare went down in value. Starlight Rare Lightning Storm is still relatively inexpensive, and Secret Rare Starlight Rare is, it's climbing back up. In my personal prediction, I do think Starlight Rare Lightning Storm will climb back up. And in time, I think with the release of Pot of Prosperity, if it comes out like a Prismatic Secret Rare, the Secret Rare version of Blazing Vortex is going to tank. It might not be as quick, but it's inevitable. The Starlight Rare might go down a little bit for temporarily, but I do think it can go back up again. Alright, Destiny Hero Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. Let's talk about this card, because this is going to get a Starlight Rare printing. Now, is this going to get Starlight Rare printing in Powered Elements? Well, we don't know. But for sure, this will be getting a Starlight Rare printing. How do you feel about that? Well, the current price point of this card right now from a verifiable seller is roughly around $40. $40 for a DPE. The issue with all this is, the big problem, is it really worth it? Well, unless you're a hero player, no. DPE hasn't seen play in a lot of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks with the banning of, well, Predator Inverter and a Conde. So why would you go ahead and get DPE Starlight Rare unless you're a hero player? And if you're a hero player, cool, it's just another expensive card you gotta get. You know, I'll be honest with you. As someone who's slowly becoming a hero player, it does annoy me that Konami is trying to juice hero players. Because they know the hero players are going to buy Starlight Rare DPEs. I mean, if you have your max rated hero deck, why would you not want to? The thing is, do you buy it right out the gate? Of course not. You wait, and you wait, and you wait. The price of Starlight DPE as Yu-Gi-Oh! Players will be cracking Powered Elements is going to decline because Yu-Gi-Oh! Players pulling DPE Starlight Rare is going to sell that card. It's not the card they want. They want Splites. They want Tearlament. They don't want DPE because almost nobody's playing that card anymore. And the price of DPE is going to tank. And then you could go in and buy it. That's what I recommend. That's more than likely what I'm going to be doing as well. OTS Tournament Pack 19 is something we always talk about, but I really like this OTS set a lot. I like the Super Rares in it. I like the Ultimate Rares in it. And I like the prices in this set. Comment down below right now. Let me know what card you think in OTS Tournament Pack 19 is your favorite one. Me personally, I'm a little biased. I like Florida Albaz because I like my branded. But a lot of these cards are great. Well, except Slime Token. Konami, what are you doing with that? But everything else is really good, to be honest with you. And I do like OTS Tournament Pack 19. I think that this is going to be a really good set that will have good value. But that value won't be today. It's going to be way into the future. So why not go ahead and start slowly picking these cards up yourself? In fact, it's a good time to do it right about now. All right. Before I say anything else, I want to say, check out my website, YGOPaisano.com. The pre-sale went expectedly. Everything for the most part sold out. There are still some here and there, like even Ben 10 Field Centers for my Drive Shop players, the Kiza Field Center. I mean, almost everything sold out, and it sold out within a matter of, I think all the field centers, almost all the field centers sold out within everything within like 1 day. There might still be some here and there's, like the Noah Punk Field Center. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Trouble Sunny, Skyshaker Multi-Role Field Center. Well, it's really good, to be honest with you. Some of these are still available for pre-sale. This is all going to be shipping this Thursday. So if you pre-buy this, you'll be buying it in expectation of this going out to you by this Thursday. Tracking, therefore, will be updated this Thursday. With that said, I just want to say, if you see a field center like Exorcism Mikalis or IP Masquerena, there's more than likely, if this is pre-sale, there's only one available. That was the pre-sale. Pre-sale was one at every field center. Now, with tokens, there are some extra ones still around, like Nami number 3. There's going to be more tokens coming in as well. Some of these tokens, but they're going to be also shipping out this Thursday. Everything's coming out a little bit later for those that order the tokens. For the field centers, everything's coming out, well, this Thursday you'll be getting it. So definitely check it out. $20 plus $3 shipping, or if you spend over $25, the shipping is on me. Everything ships with tracking, and yeah, it's pretty clean, to be honest with you. Why don't you go ahead and check out this website? A lot of cool stuff. And like I said, Imperium Duelist with the Imperium Duelist deck box, I mean, whew, this is absolutely gorgeous. I feel like you put your best deck in this deck box, your Nice Max Rarity deck that you're going to Locust with. I mean, it has tons of room. Look at that. Insane amount of room. What I personally do with the dice, can I just show you real quickly? Because I think this is me nerding out. I put an extra thing of sleeves in here and my dice in here like this. These are the Imperium Duelist Pegasus sleeves, by the way. I literally just recently bought these. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, absolutely cool stuff to see. I really like it a lot. If you want to get yourself one of these deck boxes, go ahead this Friday. Once again, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And yeah, you get one of these yourself. Listen, I really appreciate everybody watching my videos. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment down below. It's your boy V, and you guys all have a great day.